Okay, hopefully everything's working. Looks like it. Looks like it. Test 1, 2, 3. Do. Well, you know, except OBSBot doesn't want to follow me, but you know, whatever. Let me make sure at least my mic is sending. Okay, good. All right, we'll leave this up here. Like I said, we're all in a testing state anyways. Let's see. Okay, we've got down the chute. We've got top down, which is right now kind of terrible, but it's there. We got OBSBot that can't figure out if there's a living being in. Let's get closer. Oh yeah, duh, I gotta do this. It's gonna shake it, shake everything. OBSBot's gonna be angry. I forgot. Part of the problem is focal distance. At least I thought it was. Come on. I exist, man. Let's try this. Sometimes hats work, sometimes they don't. Hey Nail, why is there no sound? Can't hear you. Okay, you can't hear me and I can't hear you. Yay, everything's wrong. Let's figure this out. Okay, you're on. Oh, that any better? It looks like the gain was turned down on accident. Okay, good. All right, next. And is figuring out why you're not being portrayed here. Oh, I'm doing okay, Nail. This is, of course, you know, standard thing of, I wonder if OBSBot is being sent to the wrong thing here. Or if it's just Windows being Windows. Give me 2 seconds here. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an update and it's trying to use the wrong thing as a speaker. Okay. Now I get to learn things in Windows 11. Where the hell? Okay, system, maybe? Sound. Hey, we're getting somewhere. Okay. Up.
The little nail surprised face. 11.
You're gonna laugh, but that was the.
Hi, cat.
There we go.
Cat
hey,
said,
cat.
Hi, nail.
All right.
Smiley face.
You're gonna laugh, but Windows decided to mute my speakers. So now let's see if we can get OBSBot to do its thing. I saw you try and recognize me. Come on. Up. Oh. Do I have to do this hand? Is it this hand you want? It's one of those weird things. We'll figure out the sweet spot for OBSBot. Maybe now that I've got it moved up, the sweet spot's back here. It's trying.
The little nail said, I assumed Wes wasn't coming back, LUL.
No, I'm coming back. We got a small problem with this shed, but I'll get it fixed. I located where the leak is. There's just a crack in the grout that's letting water in whenever it rains, so I'll get that patched up. Come on. Fine, if you don't want to do that, then I'm going to manually adjust you. Ta-da! To show the shop. Because you need to show the shop. There we go. We'll figure out what's wrong with ObsBot, and it may just be I need to update drivers at this point. All right, we're back. Woo! And like I said, we may switch out how cameras are going and everything else. Actually, I wonder if there's a way to get a little height on it. Don't worry, I'm playing around with things, guys, because I don't know exactly how I want.
Yankee_Axe said, /.
Hey, Yankee, how you doing? Like I said, right now it's small technical difficulties.
The little nail said, sorry I missed the test stream.
Oh, don't worry about that. Nail, don't worry at all. We may instead go back to what I was doing before and using, I kind of like the swing arm, but I can't get it high enough. Let's see. And you can see some water on the ground. Like I said, we figured out where the leak is. That'll hopefully be fixed. Test stream 1.5. Is that actually up and down? Okay, yeah, that is there. Okay, cool. Then if we do this, actually, like I said, I'm just throwing a bunch of equipment at it right now. Since we know where we used to mount it, we might be able to get it to look normal-ish. Sorry. I don't know how well this will handle, though.
Where is Flarty?
She is in the house. Actually, we are in separate buildings right now. Because this is a standalone garage. So she is most likely sipping some tea or coffee. And just waking up. I know she is awake. That much I can tell you.
Cat said, who is Flarty?
Oh, that's Slime's old name.
Said, your house, her house, LUL.
That is Slime's old name. She had changed it from Slarty Bartfast to Chill Slime.
Cat said, ooh, okay.
Sorry, we're just like, this is the one thing I hadn't figured out before stream was how I was going to do overhead cam. But I had figured out I'm not doing it from up there. Although I could just get this thing and swing it out. It's just, maybe. That might be what ends up happening, but. I know this thing had plenty of power to it back in the day. So, back in the old days. Okay, I know that comes off. So. Sorry guys, I promise there will be woodworking at some point. There will be woodworking. Yep. Don't worry about that. That was maybe intentional. Oh, hi, Blue.
There would be woodworking is what I heard, and I was right, LUL.
Huh. There we go. Coming off. There we go. Hell, this would also give me more height and adjustable height. Doing it this way. Bloop. How did I have to wonder how the freaking, the old setup worked perfectly without a hitch. Up, there, up, up, up. All right. Without a hitch. Oh, you're doing that now, are ya? You're doing that now, are ya? Okay. Now, loosen. I can get a longer one of these because these freaking hold like hell. And I've got a boom that can go up and down as needed.
I can see my reflection in your drink.
Oh, yeah. Means I can now do this. Sorry. No one will be seated for the crotch shot. Sorry, I swear this will get figured out. Yeah, whenever I play with the HDMI cord, it will shut off. Okay, nope, 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 can't be that way. Okay, it's gotta be vertical. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Okay. I'll just use this as low grade to get the damn thing off the ground. Okay, let's try it again. Shaggy. Also, let's just do that to get the haha! Yeah! Overhead cam complete. And I'm okay with this because this little guy has been the support for what, 2 years now? So I know it'll be fine.
Do you need me to do something today? I was considering getting some macaroni.
I mean, you don't have to do anything, Cat. Naparoni, Naparoni. Why do I know that name? But you don't have to do anything. I mean, just you being here isn't good enough. There we go. Lock everything in place. We've got stuff that works. Okay. Now I can adjust.
I made that word up, LUL.
Naparoni. But anyway, after long and hard consideration, we're back to building my saw. And I don't know. Guys, this is the first time I've opened this box on stream in a while. So we're doing good.
The little man said, "Look up. The other mobs are offering to do things."
Yep.
No making me look bad.
I mean, I don't care.
Cat said, LUL.
There we go. Everything's nice and open. We are going to be needing,
There. Checking now.
we're going to be needing you. Like I said, this is really just, we're actually getting, okay. I was like, what the hell was that part?
The little nail said, LUL, thanks, cat.
All right. And yeah, the floor looks grimy and dirty because there's a little bit of water on it, but I assure you we are not a flood hazard. It's just there's a crack in the mortar and it lets water in when it's raining. So a couple of things. In some point in the future, we're going to be, how in focus are you? Actually, I can do this now. I can really tell if we're in focus. Do my old focusing trick. Beep. Okay, it's in focus. Squirrel it out. All right, couple of things. At some point in time, we're going to be making a new plane setting hammer. This is just a small English head from Reed Planes that I got recently. And then I also bought a pocket level from way back when. These are used with actual like Stanley rule and levels, or Stanley rules to make your own length level. So let's get that put away. I know we're probably going to need this. We're also going to be rebuilding the vise face because we have one piece of yellow pine left that is the perfect size to put a new vise back on. All right, and now we actually get to the fun part, guys. We're going to woodwork. I swear. It's real. It's real this time. Okay. Now that we figured out the camera stuff, and I do kind of like this because now, even though it's in the general view, I can play around with the camera much easier than this that I was doing and hoping. I can literally look over and be like, okay, are we in focus? Are we in view? How are we doing? But in all honesty, I am very happy to be back at it. Oh, and just in case you guys want to know, it's a pepper stream. Because it is raining, I was just like, we're going to bring him into the shop. Let him lounge about. He's got some dry, he's got some, you know, you may actually be able to see him from there. Nope, he's kind of hidden. So we got Mini Max and Maximum Max. Maximax. Here today. He's probably going to make more appearances because, you know, give him time with Pappy. We're going to need you in place.
Cat said, is there a medium max?
Not yet. Not yet. You go here. You go here. I'm glad I marked it on the table. It's like, where does this thing actually go? Yeah, there is not yet a medium max. Although at one point in time I was delirious and thought, you know, it'd be funny. Let's think about getting one of those high-fingered designer dogs, the Pomeranian Husky, the Pomsky, so I could have a true mini max. This was way back before I was streaming, but it was just, you know, one of those stupid things where it was just like, that would be hilarious. Wrong hole. Correct hole. All right, guys, loud noises. Okay. That's all right, Pupper. I know, it's loud noises. All right, so last time, way back, what, 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, we left off.
I love that it even counts the seconds.
Wait, what? What's counting the second? Oh, you did a follow age? Follow age? Yes. Honestly, I'm going to sound terrible here, but I honestly forget how we encountered each other first. I can't say met because we haven't physically actually met. We're going to get the pattern completely off this face first. But
It's hard.
I know it was most likely something to do with Craftsman's Guild, but I know how I've met Nail because that was through Snake Eye DIY.
I am 60% sure it was Owen.
That's probably true, in all honesty. That sounds about right.
Sean said, new space looks really good.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Sean. Glad you're able to catch it. I didn't really warn anyone I was going an hour early, but like new jobs basically got me going an hour early for everything, so. Definitely if I do Wednesday streams, it will be an hour earlier because I can't end at the time that I usually did. Because that's literally like, oh. Wrong direction, Wes. No wonder it was taking forever. We blew out a corner. Yeah. Such is life. I blew the corner.
I woke up at 6:30. Diablo 4 is just calling.
That's fine. I can completely understand that. A little bit more. Just want to get that little bit of tear out off. Come on. Better yet, if we're just trying to get tear out. Oh, I'm definitely going to fix you because I can't stand that. You going to work? Let's find out. Oh, by the way, I am so sorry, guys. With all this ability of being able to say, this is what we're doing. See? Okay, I kind of like the new camera setup because I can at least do that real fast. But we'll figure it out. Like, there's still a downside to it. There we go. Okay. Now it's time to play the game of spoke shaven. because now we're just forming stuff. I'm really just kind of lessening the weight and making it I'm just taking off corners and taking off a good bit in the center because the center doesn't really need it. Oh, I hear you pouting over there, Max. I hear you. Yeah, it's the correct direction. Because it really just needs to be low. So yeah, today is all about forming. Oh, well, this side's going to be easy. Because I can just pull it and do exactly what I'm looking for. This side, on the other hand, is going to be a pain in the butt. That's why I did as much as possible. I gotta pull. But either way, this is more roughing work than anything, because at some point, we're just going to be rasping.
Mike Kelly said, good morning.
Whoa there, Mike. How you doing?
Cat said, yike. Welcome in, Rob. Mike Kelly said, doing good. Hey, a cat.
Well, Mike, one of my standard commands is, what was it, exclamation point, is it project? Shoot, I don't know my own commands anymore. But right now we are working on a Gramercy turning saw kit.
If I could spell.
It's all right. That's all right, Mike. It's all right. I just wanted to make sure if it actually fired or not. Okay, it looks like it did. Because this is my first stream back in months. I want to make sure things are working as well. Hey Max, how you doing? Getting all bored? You want to go back out to the yard since it's not raining at the moment? but we were very rudely interrupted by having to move. Ooh, you're actually a pull all the way. Yeah! Not a pull and a push. That means this side's going to at least be sexy. But how any projects you've been working on, Mike, or? Because right now, like I said, we're just shaping the pieces for this kit, and then we might move on to handles, finally. Or I might just buy the handles. Oh, any projects you're working on recently? And I can't remember if you're a streamer or not. Like I said, I've been out of touch for months. I don't mean to be rude. If you are, we'll get you a shout out.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, Freefall, how you doing?
Dad said, you can have two all right. Laughing face.
Oh, I didn't even realize you put out a shout out there, Kat. I realized what I forgot to pull out of the house was the box fan. Like I said, there's no electrical.
Doing well.
Gotcha.
Is the new shop working out?
So far, this is the new shop, and like I've talked about on Discord, there's no electrical in this shop. There.
_Lawson said, I have bench dog envy.
There's no electrical in this shop. It looks like it. Yes, there are lights. But you're going to hear me kind of like how I had that whole, oh, thank you, sump pump moments. You're going to hear me talking to Blue over there. That's the Blue Eddy. That is my entire power supply. It's powering the lights. It's powering all of the streaming equipment. And when I'm not streaming and using power tools, it powers the power tools. There are no outlets. There are no lights. These lights are the lights that the Craftsman's Guild got me way back in the day when I had one little 100-watt light bulb in the other shop. So, oh. Hey, it's better than nothing. I do have a solar panel for this, but
Kelly said, congrats on getting the stream back up.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you.
Background work is needed to stream. It's not talked about much.
I mean, I had to past moving, we had to figure out power situation. And like I said, there's a leak in this wall, but we'll fix that. I finally got to see where the last leak was because I was here while it was raining. It's not raining currently, but I can start to feel the pressure. All right. That's probably too big of a rasp. Let's get the modeler rasp out.
Loki_Lawson said, I did the stream yesterday so I could get space and tasks caught up.
I mean, that's fine. Oh. Well, I'm glad that knot's in the dead center, right where it doesn't need to be. At least it's not in. We'll find a way. Life.
One project is converting an old phone and an AC motor I was gifted into a pedal-powered generator. Default class said, it doesn't even fit the theme of the stream. No power.
Yeah, so the stream, not technically yet. When the Blue Eddy runs out of power for the first time, it will be completely solar powered. It will be completely solar powered. The first charge up, I mean, it came with about 60% charge anyways, but I also charged it from a wall wart just to make sure everything was working. But once the Blue Eddy runs out of power, it will be 100% solar power, because I do have the capabilities, and I'll just get it charged each week with a panel.
Said, hand tools is the greatest power one can choose.
So yeah, this stream is basically off grid. Also, I'm not looking for the prettiest profile on my saw because, well, I ain't gonna get it.
The power remains in the grain and the strength of the wood.
I don't need it to be pretty, I need it to be functional, and this is one of those, I had the kit for so long, I was like, why have I not just made the damn thing yet? So many times I needed a turning saw. It's I had too many times saying, I should make that turning saw kit, I should make that turning saw kit. So we're making it, we're finishing it. We're gonna have a turning saw. I can't make that excuse anymore once this is done. I'm gonna at least try to make it look somewhat decent, but it's not going to be. It'll be better than a couple pieces of wood strapped together, because we still got to form these guys. But it'll be better than a couple pieces of wood strapped together to make a bow saw.
I'm not sure I know what that is.
Free fall, just a exclamation point project. You'll get a picture of it. Basically, it is the old school version of a coping saw, but it has a longer throw than a coping saw. So this one's going to be pretty and made out of cherry. And so far, only one knot in it, and it's in a non-consequential area, so we're doing good. But I could always remake. This is probably the easiest part to remake.
Mike Kelly said, do you use Firebit for commands?
No. I am using StreamerBot for all my commands. While we've got plenty of people here too, I guess I should go ahead and say I'm going to be starting up charity stream here soon. I don't have exact dates yet figured out, but it took a little while. I went between a bunch of different ideas, kind of settled on planting trees, and then went away from planting trees because it's kind of hard to find an organization that, like, I'm not saying it's in trouble for doing something, bad ecological practices, but it's hard to find one that you can verify plants things ecologically. So they look at, like what are the native species? What should we be planting? Sorry for the squeaks. So I kind of started shying away from that. And then Mecca helped me remember that an organization that I actually do want to help exists. It's called the American Chestnut Foundation. And they are on that kind of cusp of helping, the ecology. But what it is chestnut tree functionally went, the American chestnut, functionally went extinct in the 50s. Because of a blight that was brought over by Japanese and Chinese chestnuts that were being imported. But they didn't actually they didn't actually die off. They just functionally went extinct. Something a chestnut tree can do is, you can cut it off at the trunk and it will shoot up a new tree. So they realized that the tree is not completely dead, and what they're doing is trying to repopulate the American chestnut, both the original genome, and they're looking to hybridize it with Chinese and Japanese chestnuts to have blight resistance, and looking to see if there's anything they can do to increase blight resistance without hybridizing. So, which one was I working on again? I was working on this one. Okay. So it's something that I kind of want to be behind, because the American chestnut is actually an icon, like chestnut itself is an iconic woodworking wood that you can no longer use because it doesn't really exist. I mean, it does, but I mean, like lumber-wise, it doesn't exist. And it is a very protected species at this point. But I think it would be nice to try and encourage a species to come back from the brink of extinction. This one's going to need a lot of work. So we'll be running at some point. We'll be running a charity for that. I don't expect to raise a lot of money because I'm a small-time streamer, but it would be nice to make a difference ecologically. And I can talk about that more when those are going on, but because I don't want to talk your ears off about chestnuts right now. But just giving you a heads up that it will be coming, and it's going to become a yearly thing. So like every year I'll be running a stream charity for the American Chestnut Foundation. Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things that like, it started, like the whole blight thing, I think is what actually, and I think I had gotten it wrong when I was talking to Slarty last night, or Slime, but I think it's what actually started the idea of quarantining plants and different things from importation until you had like knowledge that it was free of invasive characteristics or invasive diseases and stuff like that. Because that fungus basically within the course of 50 years killed 4 billion chestnut trees. Oh, I think it was for the...
Flash said, as long as we roast them on an open fire. How hot is this fine?
I mean, we can't. Well, we'll get some Chinese ones and roast them on an open fire because that's what you get nowadays. There are no American chestnuts to be roasted. But we'll do that. And while we're here, we might as well do this side as well. Said it once and I'll say it again. I'm glad I found out about hand-cut rasps. Because I was very distinctly a person who hated files.
Being decimated by the emerald border.
Very true. Very true. That is pretty much a good allegory. The emerald ash borer is taking out ash trees right now. And I don't know if there's an organization for that, but we'll have to look into that. Maybe we'll... Also, because hand-cut rasps can be lefty. So the way I use it actually works instead of just digging in like with machine-cut rasps.
Mecca said, hello.
Oh, hey, Mecca. Glad to see you. You just dropped in. I wasn't expecting you. I know you got family stuff to do.
Mike Kelly said, hey, Mecca.
I still love the fact that it...
Also not inexpensive.
Yeah, they're not inexpensive, but they're a lifetime kind of tool. They're one of those lifetime tools. I'll have this for like 50 years. Because if I need to use anything on metal, I'll go buy a cheap metal one and use that. Because the metal one can get worn down. I won't use this on anything but wood. Sorry for the squeaks. But like I said, very, very happy to...
Hope you TRA.
Very happy to be back at the bench. Very happy to be doing anything besides sitting on my butt.
You're all having a great day.
Oh, I hope so too, Mecca. Everyone should be having a great day. This is a little too tall. See if we can set this down a little bit so we're not squeaking the hell out of it. A little less resonant. But like I said to others, this is a doggo stream. He is right there. He's just napping on the floor.
Resident Evil.
Say hello. But as I said before, I'm not looking for amazing. I'm just looking for functional with a little bit more in it than a little, a little more thought to the shape than just cutting out the blocks. Doesn't mean it's going to be any kind of good or any kind of beautiful. It's just going to be somewhat thought out.
Hello all.
Hey, Chance. Glad to see you pop in. Like I said, I'm glad to be back. How did this side not even get hit? It's bad when I can't realize what the hell my commands are anymore. Thank you, Mecca.
Loki_Lawson said, Locala 6 SAS Loki 01.
Okay, this is starting to work exactly the way I wanted to do things, so we may come back and have it be a little more pretty, because this is getting the curve the way I was hoping to do it. Or I should say, the edges, the forming. Still got a little bit of a rough spot here. There we go, nice and smooth. And soon we'll move on to one of the handles. So Loki, how was the axe stuff? I know you were like prepping your axes for axe throwing and stuff. Yeah, this is just going to be the one goofy edge. Everything else is going to start looking right, which is fine. I mean, always remake a stretcher. Didn't I already do you? Yeah. So let's do this side real quick. I'm actually kind of glad that my first stream back wasn't just, let's plane wood to thickness. That it's actually, hey, we're still working on a decent project here that has form and shape. And okay. We do this side. And we move on to the next piece.
Clash said, planing wood to thickness is why old-time woodworkers had apprentices.
No, but I don't have those yet. All right, so here is a finished bar, or the crossbar. Notice that it's nowhere near symmetrical, but it's mine. And it's nice. So we got a finished bar. We got a finished whirligig, I guess. The thread holder. We had started on these guys, hadn't gotten too far. Gonna have to do some scraping or planing real quick. Just got to get the paper off.
Mecca said, tenons.
I mean, tenons. What about tenons, Mecca? Let's see if I can do it. Nope. Because I don't know, I can't really call that a tenon. It doesn't go into...
No tenons on the stretcher bar?
No. Oh, I mean, there's tenons right here. There are tenons. It's done. It's shaped. It's got tenons. I've already got the mortises cut out. We're down to shaping at this point, and then handles. Okay. Yeah, I'm so glad. I know how to use a scraper plane. Once again, look at me now, bad dad. I only say that because he could never get one to work. This thing is great. Okay, this one no longer has paper. Let's get the paper off this one. The only bad thing is the paper likes to clog in. Okay, no paper on either. I just now realized I have no clue where my block of wax is. Sorry, I needed a snack.
The workshop looks great.
Thank you. Oh, Mecca, since you were a little late, I've got the handle so I can rebuild the vise. I've got a Reed Plains small English plane setting hammerhead. So we're going to eventually
Flash said,
handle that.
concerned you were eating a crunchy block of wax.
I mean, it would work. It's got, and then where was the other thing? Oh, but then again, I think you already saw this one, the Stanley pocket level. All right. And we figured out an overhead view that kind of works. So right now it's at an angle, but I could theoretically lift it up and get it more overhead if I wanted. All right. Now we got to figure out how we doing this. I'm going to do this with spoke shaves or chisels. How am I doing this? Looks like spoke shaves will work. Okay. Although this part would be a perfect time for me to curse, piss, and moan while trying to learn this godforsaken round bottom one, because I've got a curve I'm starting at. Remember, kids, don't be like me. Don't rub your hand directly on a blade. Still too far up. I can hear the neighbor's grandkids. And here's hoping we don't get a downpour again, like right when I was about to start the stream. Because I was like, I don't have my drink, I don't have. Okay, I'm almost certain, now that I'm playing with this, it may have been my fault and not the tool's fault. I'm just joking. It's always.
Said, rain is not a concern like it used to be.
No, but I mean, it's loud. You'll hear it on the roofs. And if you kind of look down, don't get freaked out. It's not a concern because if you see this pencil here, that's exactly where it's coming through. So I'll get some grout that up, and I knew there was at least still a spot where it would come through when it rained, but that pencil's there, so it does. Let me see if it still pisses out. Okay, nope. But it's both to mark where that's at and so that I can get some grout in there and fix it permanently. I was in here as it was raining, and then I was like, sounds like it's pissing. And I looked over, I was like, that's where it's still coming through. And like I said, not a big deal. We're not in a floodplain. It's just, there's a crack in the grout right there. So I'll get some hydraulic grout. And I think my problem was I didn't have.
Excavate and seal from the outside.
All of the other ones sealed up.
Chance said, lucky you. Less water than in my shop right now.
I mean, Chance, I I don't have pictures really of how bad the shop got, the old shop. When I say, to me, this is no concern, I really do mean that, because like having, you know, this much be a puddle, that's fine compared to 5.5 feet of water. But also, water in the shop is not a fun thing, Chance. I don't mean to play light at it. Did you get a flood or something? It's working. Okay, so yeah, it was a setting thing. It's still a little. Let's back it off just a hair. Look at me now, Baghdad. I can use a round bottom spoke shave. It only took me like what, 2 years to finally get this thing to work. But it's gonna really help where I have to like come into this curve, and I think I'm. Round bottom curls, you make the rockin' world go round.
I have 3 sump pumps to relieve the groundwater pressure, but still have standing water.
Yeah, that's not a good thing, man. I feel for you, man. Because, not gonna lie, it's nerve-wracking and not something you ever want to have to go through. So, I feel for you. As bad as it says thoughts and prayers, but I finally got this thing working. Hopefully that gets fixed for you, Chance.
And we have been getting 5 to 7 inches of heavy rain per week.
Oh, shit. All right. I'll shut up now. But yeah, water in the shop is never anything fun. I can understand that too, because, you know, like I said, this is a completely unpowered garage. There's no air conditioning, no nothing.
Not to be overly picky, but you are working right underneath your Ko-fi logo.
Ah, okay. I understand. Right now we're just playing like this, Mecha. No, no, come on. Okay, you. We'll get a better overhead going at some point. Hell, let's just try it. Full extension. We'll get something going. Don't worry. We want to do that. That. Okay, well, at the moment, well, no, I can't say at the moment. I got some ways to play with this, so let's find out.
I have central A/C, and I still have to run a dehumidifier in the basement during the summer.
Okay, that's probably about the best I'm going to be able to do while dicking around with this. There we go. Better? Yeah, that's better. Now, like, this is really a trick pony as far as I'm concerned at the moment, because it's helping me get into the curves that I established. But still, the 151 is king as far as I'm concerned on spoke shaves. Plus, I want to make sure I'm not taking too much off. We're just gonna bulk material down. Oh, that is rough looking. Woo! Rough. All right, butt cam time. I've heard that. I've heard that several times. All right. We said we're just trying to rough it in because a lot of this is probably going to be file work. Ooh, that feels nice. Yeah, so just smooth this out, get that down the way it needs to be. Top's going to be way easier because we're just going one direction. Not like the band. Should be able to use. Doing okay, pupper? Want some pets? Yeah, I know you're not gonna come over to the water, so. There you go.
I've been Payne said. Hello. Good to see you streaming.
Hey, Payne. Glad to see you here. Oh yeah, you smell like you've been in the rain, boy. We'll have to give you another bath here soon. This is one of those, this is why you have a round bottom spoke shave. Or just leave that part, be careful, and leave that part for a rasp.
Before JP and the laser fight said, lurking for a bit without audio while I'm doing some stuff.
That's all right, thank you. Thank you for the lurk there.
Happy to swim to say hello since I've been so missing in action.
I mean, hell, this is my first stream back in 2.5 months, so I've been missing as well. Don't worry about it, Forte.
Mekov said, hi FTLF.
Okay. And I'm debating whether I just want to buy the handles or if I'm still going to make them out of walnut, like the 2x2 walnut blanks I've got.
Thanks for the shout out. Mekov said, hello live. Jen said, hey guys. Life in Pain said, Patty Mecha and Jen.
See if we can get you a little higher up so I can grab you a little better. So I've because I'm trying to actually thin this down a little bit at the top. I'm going to try and keep the top, this portion here, as full form as possible, just because it's going to need the strength. But I am trying to thin this down a little bit to elegantize it, I guess. But you notice I'm using my big old belly, patent pending, as a brace so I don't snap it while I'm putting force on it to try and take these shavings off. And it's starting to get a really nice curve, I think. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. So on this side, if you notice, it kind of dips down and gets thick again. That's what I'm looking to do on both of them. So like if I can do that, I'll get us what I think is going to be fairly nice. Let me get the wood out from being directly over something that's just going to poke me in the balls. All right. Sorry that I'm hanging like directly over it. But there's really nothing I can do at this point. Well, there is one thing I can do. There. I can have the roving camera look a little bit better. We're just going to roughly shape it with the spoke shave and then come back with the rasps and hope to God we don't break it then. Because in my infinite wisdom, I use cherry instead of something like walnut or hickory or... Well, actually, I wasn't going to use hickory if I even thought about it. But in my infinite wisdom, I use something that can be kind of a brittle wood. Okay, I think this is really as close to the point of using rasps as I can get it. This side is kind of rough, this side's a lot more beautiful. Let's just move on to this one and we'll be at Rasp City. And I am sweating through my clothes, so that means I need a drink. Max is just being a lazy puppy over there. Giving me the stink eye. You got to do the middle section first because once you start shaping this, you're SOL. Like you have nothing to clamp to do this. Just so you know. Okay, one second. Let me look at the grain here. We're going to want to go... This is the one that's funky. Okay. I want to travel. Do I have a pencil in here somewhere anymore? Or do I need to get one out? I probably need to get one out at some point. What to do it? Very chicanery. Yeah, it's not going to exist anyways. Just a visual reminder which way I need to be planing or taking. Okay, the top is easy. It is actually, it's perfectly fine. Okay, so. Round bottom curls. Ah. I'm still learning with the round bottoms, so feel free to harass me. Like I said, right now we're just trying to do rough forming so that I have less file and rasp work in the end. Still gonna have a ton of it though, because I can't get everything I want in one go.
Bottom shaves are tricky.
They are, but I'm getting better because I'm actually pulling shaves now. Up. You're a little too tight there.
Starfer said, "Good morning, Wes.
All right.
You guys, I see the garage is fully dry, which is 100% awesome."
Sure, I will go ahead and accept the words fully dry. But yeah.
Big fat ugly bug-faced baby-eating O'Brien?
Thanks for
Hi.
hitting that follow button.
What do we got here? 1 second here, guys.
Did it leak on you? Haha.
Oh yeah, I mean, like if you look at the ground, there is water. It's just a little bit along this wall because there's a crack in the grout in one location. But that'll be gone after a while. Uncle Flint, thank you for the follow. Strangely enough, like Treasure Island is probably appropriate.
Hello, Uncle Flint. Welcome in. Damn it, Uncle Flint said. Smiley face.
1 second, we're gonna do one thing here, Flint, and besides asking, how'd you find me? If you don't mind me asking, what brought you to the stream, or what are you interested in?
Found through browsing.
Also, I guess best way to put it is I'm Wes. This is Plain Old Woodworking. We here I do primarily hand tool woodworking. Come on. Sorry, I'm talking to my keyboard that likes to disconnect. There we go. Users. Where is it? There we go.
Mecca said, first stream from the new workshop.
Yes, it is. This is also my first stream from the new workshop. There we go. I'm just cleaning your name a little bit for the for TTS.
People make stuff in general. It's interesting stuff.
Well, thank you. And like I said, hopefully I'll be back on a normal schedule here. Right now, I'm going to be able to say Sundays.
Good day.
Oh, sorry, I didn't actually make that one out.
Mecca said, the solar-powered workshop.
Hey, Avarian, glad to see you here.
Uncle Flint said, apologies.
Oh,
Don't forget to cuss in other places.
I mean, you'll hear your fair share of cursing from me. I'm just going to clean it a little bit so that TTS doesn't just drop it every 5 seconds or so. Nothing against you. I'm just proactive. So don't worry too much about it, Uncle Flint. Like I said, you'll definitely hear me drop an F-bomb or if something goes wrong.
Lots of woodworkers in chat today.
I'm glad for it. Was not expecting that.
No offense taken.
can only do so much on the handles. Okay. Before I have to go to file and rasp work. And that's about as much as I can do on the handles there. And sorry for catching most of you off guard by starting early, but I have a new job and starting early is basically what's going to end up happening, because like I wake up an hour earlier, and so like my brain was like, I'm bored, let's just start the stream. So I started an hour earlier. Wait, let's do what we did last time, do the dangerous side first, so we can ignore it after a while. I call it the dangerous side because one wrong move will snap this off. Which is why I brace it against my tum-tum. I know I'm blocking stuff with the overhead cam, but hopefully this one's helping. Oh, well, hell, I'm blocking it there too. There you go, guys. Oh, nope. That's just a tum-tum cam. Kind of better. Flip this way. Everything's just flopping about all wimbly bimbly like a. There we go. This is probably a better view for what I mean by bracing with the tum-tum. Because after all the work we put into it, I will cry if I have to remake stuff at this point. And I am actually, and I know Mecca's gonna be appalled, but I am thinking about just buying the handles, just have hickory handles and not have to deal with trying to make the handles. Technically, historically accurate. Some would just have bought the handles with the brass hardware. But also because, like, at this point, I just want it done. Oh yeah, but that's different. These are turned handles. These are like, I don't have a lathe, so I'd have to do either octagonal and slowly make them round, or it's one of those, like, the kind of handle on this is the problem. Okay, we're actually gonna, we're gonna put this one back in because it's not a bad idea to just round the back on this real quick. Oh, wait, wrong side. I meant this side. Oh, come now. just to get a little bit more of a curve already going like this one is.
Thank you for the 7 minutes for subscribing Metaphor.
Oh, thank you, Mecca. You don't have to subscribe. But in all honesty, I was wondering who was still subscribed after 2.5 months of me, or was it 1.5 months or 2.5 months? Somewhere around 2 months of not existing. Okay, now we're on the safe side. I can not worry too much about snapping just this part off. Now I just got to worry about snapping the entire thing. Yep, yeah, let me do this. Tum-tum. Yeah.
Been waiting to share the Bezos bucks.
Good old Bezos bucks. What are you chewing on, boy? 1 second. What is it? Whatever. I know you. You're just like, that's wood. I think we're probably past the storms at this point. Just want to make sure it wasn't something dangerous for him to be chewing on. Do the same thing as before. Try and get this boy skinny. And yes, it is a little rough, but that's exactly how life goes for this. But yeah, Mecca, I also at least introduced everyone to what is going to become the annual charity stream for the American Chestnut Foundation. Seem to have actual interest in it, which is great because like I said, like I was talking with you last night, I can definitely get behind that as opposed to rigorously trying to figure out if a tree planting company is actually using ecological practices or if they're just throwing trees in the ground regardless of the ecological impact. All right. Okay, I'm gonna put these here. Probably these over here. Get Mini Max over here so people can see them.
I've got the dash legs for my bow saw. We'll probably turn them on a little later.
Nice. And like I said, I hope you guys don't think too small of me on that, but I honestly am probably just gonna buy the hickory handles at this point. Although it would be a fun experiment to see if I can make octagonal handles. I think, what was it? Or octagonalized handles, I should say. Here's the fun part. Okay, get the fro out of the way and get the left-handed carpenter's axe out of the way. We're gonna get that thing sharpened up. It's gonna be cutting hairs soon. And then just pull this forward. If you didn't notice, I have like 3 times.
About to say make octagonal handles.
All right, I mean, I have no problem with that because then that is like $30 I'm not wasting. Plus, just so you guys realize, I have at least 1 piece of octagonal walnut. I've got more 2x2 walnut, so we got plenty of stock to just build it out of. So we'll try octagonal handles, and if it becomes a pain, then we'll get it. We'll get handles to just have handles. All right, everyone, cover your ears because you're going to be hearing scraping for a while. because now it is shaping time. Time to make that cherry dust. I mean, as fast as I've been going through this project, I mean, for me, this has been a relatively fast project. As fast as I've been going through it, and as nice as it's actually turning out, I mean, yeah, this is kind of chunky looking at the moment, but I mean, that'll clean up with the rasp. But as nice as it's turning out, I kind of like the idea of making my own handles. I'm just, like I said, tired. Or impatient, I think, is more the word. I'm impatient. All right, okay, two things. It's the first stream back. We'll go straight to like pirate captain level. Okay. I think that'll do. Yeah, we got a view from here, a view from here, and a view from there. TR. Because now we're into just shaping everything. We could well, not technically. We technically could, because I've got the brass fittings and the blades. Like, we could technically test fit. Doing okay, Pupper? But the next project after this isn't really, well, I may not even do it on stream. I'm gonna get the leg vise living again, but I'm also gonna start bookshelves or just general storage shelves. Sorry for the squeakers. Hey, guess what? Bracing it with the tum-tum kills the squeakers. Or helps kill the squeakers. Let me make sure I've got the last rasp out, because we're going to need the rat tail at some point. To help divine curves. Nope, nope, nope. You do want it standing up so you can at least define that edge. Like, once we get these edges defined, I can move to the smaller rasp, which should be good. All right. Union mandated smoke break time. Bros. It is humid as hell. Not quite Florida humid yet, but humid.
Hard tap and swish.
Basically, this is just like oatmeal and honey holding it together. I'm actually, like I said, very surprised at how well this is turning out. Because, like I said, I know that these fit together. Let's see, this is one, boop. And if I really need to, I can make the curves a little bit better. Like, yeah, the tenons aren't amazingly fitted to the curve, but still like it. And like I said, it's mine. I built it. So god damn it, it'll work. I thought it'd be worse than this. Okay, smoke break's done. But yeah, basically we took a gouge and cut these channels here. And so what I'm doing is taking the my cabinet rasp and I'm basically filing this flat area off so that it all gets in together, and then at that point, can use the finer rasp to make things look better. That one feels done. That one's close to done. This one has a little bit more to go. Okay, this one is done. We can just use a rat tail to define that curve a little better. There we go. Okay, that one's done. Now we drop it lower and we do here. Knock this guy off. Okay, we gotta take this off because it's gonna fall off, and because I gotta like lean all the way over to see what I'm rasping. Actually, no, yeah, because it's easier to do it this way and brace against the tum-tum. But I'm glad everyone joined in and seems to be at least having a good time. I'm glad to be back. Okay. And I'm glad that this is turning out way better than I thought it would. I thought this was going to be a pain in the ass to do, and like, it's going fast. All thanks to proper planning, i.e. building this guy beforehand. Okay, need another drink. And as you can tell, survived the move. And I don't know if I repeated it to you here, Mecca, but if I ever start talking to a blue, that's the power station, because it does turn its fans on, but oddly enough, all the reviews were like, oh, it's so loud. Brr, 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 brr. You probably haven't even heard it. I do hear it, but it's like low-grade computer fan in my mind, and I'm like, it's, you know, like 8 feet away from me, so I'm not even worried about that. Okay. Oh, well, hello there, idiot. You still got these to knock down. Yes, I'm talking to myself. Don't worry about it, guys. Still got to knock these down. Okay.
As long as it keeps the lights on and cameras running.
Oh yeah, it's got
Definitely reading with everything on.
it's got power, and it's got a reading. How long have I been streaming? Huh. It does have a lot of, like, its operating system does consume a good bit of power. Okay.
Server set. Almost 2 HRS.
Okay, yeah. We got one more hour going. Yeah, well, this'll last probably, now that I'm looking at it, 2 long streams. It looks like it'll, I didn't think to take into account the battery operating system consuming power. So like 6 to 8 hours of continuous streaming. Like my original estimate was like, I think it was 9 to 10, but this looks more like it'll be 6 to 8 hours of continuous stream. And it does, well, actually, I can't even say that. We started at 80% today, and we're at 40 right now. We started at 80% because I was testing out the power tools. Quite definitely will run my planer. So I'm not even worried about that anymore. So the Blue Eddy AC200P will run a DeWalt 735. No problem. Your edge is not defined like the...
How is your solar panel inverter connected to recharge it?
It should charge it in about 5 hours. 5 hours of super direct sunlight. I think it's 4.5 is the actual number, or somewhere around 4.5 hours. I just round up because, okay, there we go. Now you've got a defined edge. You have the same problem. You don't have a defined edge. Oh, this thing is becoming a beauty. I'm really happy about this. 1 second, I want to get a defined edge. Okay. Or at least as defined as I can get, because I kind of screwed up on this one. Either way, I'm going to love the hell out of this thing because the hours I've put into it.
Can it be used to power things while it is being recharged?
Yes, it can. If I really wanted to, if I really needed to, I could throw my panel. We got open eaves, so I could put in the power cord, string it through the eaves, and just put my panel out in the yard, and it could just sit there and power us. So we could theoretically go way longer. And it also accepts wall wart power, so like if I was inside, I could just plug it to a...
Sounds like you picked a great system.
Yeah, like it's coming with me wherever we go. It's a little heavy and cumbersome for camping, but like if you're glamping or you want a way to like power, say, an RV, that will power an RV. Like, you know, the camping features of an RV, not the actual RV. Or actually, no. It's got the capability, but I think, yeah, the other model, the AC200 Max, yeah, has the actual RV power outlet or whatever it is. Like I don't have the 240 outlet or whatever it is. So it's got the capacity. It doesn't have the hardware. Okay, there. Okay, all of those have all been knocked down, so now this is ready for straight up just form work with the little boys. Time to knock these down.
You are gonna hurt your back if you don't stop.
I prefer don't stop believing. Oh, posture check. Okay. When did... Okay. So yeah, we'll stand here for a bit. Yeah, but once we get done with knocking these valleys into shape, I can sit down and do it chest height. Doing okay, Max? Yeah? I don't have any treats for you, but you're okay. He's being a lazy pup. He's getting to lay on dry ground right now, so he's happy. Okay. Okay, we're going to be back at it. Yep. And yes, I do agree with you. This will leave me with regret. We'll see if I can do this. Well, hell, let's just do it this way then. Oh, yeah. And I am stupid glad I still have this guy, because it's now my shop bench, as well as my saw bench, because it is the perfect height to just sit and do work. And I can move it back out of the way, like it's not at the end or over there or whatever. I can move it back under my lumber rack. And I have so much room to like fully, like to truly saw. I'm stupid happy with this setup, guys. Yes, I know you don't like that noise, Max.
Sawhorse, with the top rung level with your workbench, and the bottom rung level with your saw bench.
Well, I mean, I've got the workmate. That might actually do that. Because right now, I designed this to be level with the workmate fully extended. You know, all feet to the ground. Because I wanted it as kind of an, I don't want to say outfeed table, but as an extension. Originally, I wanted to be able, you know, oh, if I got to do an 8-foot board, stap that thing on the back and call it a day. I never got rid of the workmate, and now that I have Stream Cart, Workmate can actually be used because it used to be where all the streaming stuff was sitting. But Stream Cart makes moving the Bluetti and all of the the Streamputer stuff a breeze. Yeah, I think we're gonna just do the rest of these once I get to the other, give my back a rest for the ones that I can do at eye level. But the ones at the very end, I probably can't.
The Workmate did the DIY community a great service.
Yeah. What do I have? I've got the 225. That was my first workbench. That was the workbench I used to build all of the other stuff, or to build my saw bench, and then the saw bench and the workmate built this boy. I do love when people are like, well, I don't have a bench to build a bench. How do you do it? I was like, get sawhorses. Like, that is the answer. You have to have something. Make sawhorses. Make some sort of work holding and just go. It's not the answer you want to hear, but you're going to have to build something to hold what you're working on.
I came in just as you were working on the Nicholson.
Yes, I know. I know, Mecca. You missed out on all of the fun because I learned a lot of lessons. I mean, that's early on because, like, honestly, the first thing I streamed was the saw bench. That is very early on because the saw bench was the first project streamed. And honestly, I'm very happy with this, and I think it's going to be okay. I may at some point have to replace a leg, but I'm able to put in a new vise here soon, so I think we'll be just fine for a few years with this guy. And it's still fully collapsible. The nuts, the bolts did not seize. That was the thing I was really worried about when we were moving, was that the bolts...
No matter how well equipped a shop is, a pair of sawhorses is indispensable.
Yes, it is, and I'm sad to say I don't have any. But it's woodworking 101, really. So, like, if I ever need any, I just get some 2x4s and go. But that's not what I'm trying to say, is like, now that I have, you know, a freed up workmate and I've got this, I don't really need sawhorses, but I agree, they are literally the most useful thing in the world.
Only replace the leg. Will you dress up as a ship's surgeon?
Quite possibly. The Baba Surgeon. Or should I be the ship's carpenter? Okay, there we go. That's been dressed up. I can fine tune that later. Yeah, we're getting way further than I thought we would today. I honestly thought we weren't going to get very far with this. But Jesus, we're basically to the point where I'm like, maybe we just go until the battery dies. I will say, if you do get like a Blue Eddy, read into any possible problems with it, because the problem with the one I bought, as opposed if I bought the Max, when I didn't buy the Max because it doesn't have as many 110 outlets, and I wanted 110 outlets. The operating system for this one is a battery hog, and well, people complain about it, but it's only a battery hog while you're running stuff. Like if you turn it off at night, if you're not expecting it to be, you know, running something 24/7, like if you turn it off at night, it doesn't matter. Like it'll stop consuming battery. But like I said, I sized it because I wanted to be able to run all of my power tools if I needed. And it's working just fine to me. To meet my needs, and I'm happy with it.
You already have a Max.
Yep. Don't need more than one. I was originally going to get a, what was it? EcoFlow, but the model I wanted didn't have the LiPo battery in it, and I know, you know, battery blah 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 blah, but the option for a battery that runs 300 full charges versus 3,500 that's a big selling point. Now, what was it, a week after I purchased the Blue Eddy, they came out with the upgrade that had the LiPo battery in the model I wanted from EcoFlow, but like, I'm not changing horses midstream. I'm not gonna try and cancel something when it's literally on the way to the house. And it was just one of those things. It was like, I want to not have to worry about this thing dying after a year, or going down to 80% maximum charge in a year if I used it every day. Seems like a very big thing that needs to be addressed. It's like, I did not want it. Did not want to spend the kind of money you have to spend for these things and then have to replace it in a year or two. Cleaning up this edge. Cleaning up this edge. All right. Oh, wait, I can wear this again. I'm not leaning over it. Sorry. I wanted a semi-permanent solution, I guess is the best way to put it.
C200P is $2,300 CAD plus tax.
That's actually not that bad, but the shipping might kill you. Like I said, I got mine on heavy discount. I got it during a sale. But like I said, import tax and all that stuff might kill you there, Mecca. Because it's gonna have to go like ground because of the batteries. It's hazardous cargo. Because you know, you don't want fires happening in mail vehicles if something goes wrong. Okay. Last set of edges, and then we're on to trying to shape this thing. Reason why I'm going up and down on this one is because there's a huge flat area that is higher, that is, you know, thicker than it needs to be for anything. So I'm just attacking it while we're bringing down the rest of the flat area that is parallel with it. Otherwise I'm going to have a weird hump in the middle. But we are getting somewhere. comes the fun part. How do we... Should have probably looked at how that curve was defined first and realized it's nowhere near where it needed to be. But we are getting somewhere, and it's starting to look a lot like what it's supposed to look like. And the last side before we start doing like actual fine-tuning filing. Sorry guys, it's kind of a slow, monotonous day. But for me, it is very exciting because I'm back at the habit. There we go. All right, time to go ham. This is nice, light, and delicate, but still strong. Delicate feeling, but strong. Because I chose the grain to make sure that it has not as much of a potential to snap on me. I'm not going to say it won't snap on me, because knowing my luck. Okay, so let's play with shaping at this point. It's already got a very comfortable feel to either side, so that's good. Just need to make it smooth as a baby's bottom. So yeah, now what we're doing is cleaning up the rough shaping with finer rasps so that we get us a nice smooth form, at least to hold on to. May not be the best looking one, but it at least won't feel like grabbing sharp wood. We'll fix that in a second. Basically taking the rough spoke shave shape and the rough rasping and turning it into much cleaner, much more organic feeling object. Okay, now to do this side. Sorry if I'm quiet, I'm just kind of focusing on the shape and form of this all. It'd be nice to get one arm completely done, or super close to done. That way I can have like the roughed out one right next to the clean one. You can see just how much of a difference this is making. Not done with this side yet. And you're gonna see me file stuff that doesn't need it, but I'm also erasing pencil marks by giving it a mild filing. And once we've got the shape basically done, we will most likely sand a good bit of it as well. As much as I hate sanding. So yeah, I'm sorry about being quiet, but I'm actually very enamored with how this is turning out already. Now to clean up the really butchery looking stuff. Whee! You guys are fairly quiet right now. Hopefully I haven't, okay, it doesn't say I dropped, so that's good. Whee! Erasing pencil marks. Don't have to do it on this one because I was smart and just decided not to put pencil marks on. Oh, there's one pencil mark that needs to be done that I do not need to erase. I need to know which side is which. Do I have a pencil hidden somewhere in my pouch? I got a pencil sharpener. And I got a, this will do. We'll do it the easy way. We'll do it the easy way. Side one. Side two. There. That's not coming out, but it's in a place that can be hidden. All right. Which one were we working on? It's most likely this one, because this one just looks better.
Sorry, I'm mulling over Raspberry Pi stuff.
Oh, don't worry about that. No, I was just commenting that it's been quiet in general. All right. More. But I am stupid happy with how this is starting to look.
I should probably do an actual stream today.
If you really want to, Mecca, I ain't stopping you or encouraging you.
_tall_Canadian mumbles about random stuff.
Okay, Canadian. All right, tall Canadian, you can just point fun at me. I'm just trying to point it out, guys. No. Okay, I won't get both of them done today, but I think I might get one mostly done today.
Making saw handles.
No, actually, I am making a saw. I'm making a turning saw, the Gramercy bow saw kit. Well, let me make sure I've got this right. Yep, that's backwards. So that's the wooden parts. So, well, I'm an idiot. That's the wooden parts so far. I'm just forming stuff up at this point. Making it look better than a chunk of wood. Actually, let's... Honestly, that's a good point. That is a good point. Let's go ham. Full ham. So yeah, I'm just, I guess, beautifying it at this point. Making it less of elaborate cutouts and more of a form. Which is probably the long, boring stuff to watch.
I've gotten distracted with leather working lately because I don't have enough hobbies apparently.
I'm in the most, what's the best way to put it? The most anal portion of making this, where I'm like, let's keep making it look nicer and nicer and nicer. You know, waste all the time. Which I'm really not against, because it's getting nicer and nicer looking each time I fiddle with it at this point. And I mean, it feels really nice to the touch. Except for this part, because I haven't gotten to that yet. At this point, like, I'm just going full ham and I'm just making it nice for me because it's mine and I would like to have a tool that feels nice. Okay, let's tack this side now. And then come in here. But yeah, like right now is like the portion that like doesn't matter to anyone really, because like we're at the nitty-gritty making it look nice stage as opposed to getting it put together. So now it's minute changes here and there just based off of how I feel. Better. But I mean, every time I touch it, I'm feeling better about it, so. So, I mean, like, I wasn't enthused about this portion because I know it's a lot of nitty-gritty work. But it's paying off. I guess it's the best way to put it. It's paying off. Because it's looking better with each stroke.
Everyone loves filing and sending.
Yep.
It's the best part of any project.
Yep. Can agree. All right, and we're almost to the onto the last section of this piece, and I may come back and play with this even more and get that to look even prettier. But I know it also won't come out perfect because this is me. But it's gonna look a lot better than I thought it would. All right, let's move on to the top again. Remove all of these rough ends from the spoke shaves. Get them looking good. Not yet. But it will be. It will be. And like, I'm not going to be obsessing over perfection. I just want to get all the rough tool marks out of it. Like this kind of stuff is going to be coming out of it here. Like that's what I'm removing. I got it to the form I want, and now we're making it smooth. That's what the roughing in was for all the hard work. Because now we're just kind of finalizing the form. And this is looking scores better. Let me get this, because the entirety of the horns has to be shaped with rasps. I couldn't use spoke shaves on them because that will encourage snapping.
I'm trying to organize my shop. I'm sorry. I've found some jigs I honestly can't remember what I used them for.
I mean, just keep staring at them for a bit and eventually it'll come to you and you'll have some good jigs.
They were rotating holes. But on what?
Okay, what did you say, tall Canadian here? All right, 1 second. Let's wake up.
Free Fall Clash said, too many to list at A_tall_Canadian.
He's got a point. He's got a point. 1 second here. There we go. There we go. Also, what time is it saying? Okay, we've still got some time to try and get this guy going really good. Now that we've got basically the form roughed fully in, because I forgot.
Well, the easiest way to find out is to throw in the link. First thing you make you need them. LOL.
That is a very true statement, tall Canadian. Very true statement. Because you'll end up rebuilding them and then going, oh, well, damn.
LOL, you are not wrong.
This makes me wonder if I want to just like build new saw handles for my distance. Because they've got, here, I'll show you. They've got like, you know, the chunky boy handles. You know, just trace these and literally like make a saw handle, you know, reduce the hole size so that it is proper size for my dainty little carpenter's hands. But as much as I don't want to do file work on stuff, this is really coming out nice. Especially when you compare the before and afters. Like,
Mecca said, just modify the handles they have.
very true, I could do that. I mean, I've done it before.
People act like that's a crime.
Like I said, I've done it before. It's not going to stop me a second time. But I can definitely tell I've gotten better. The reason why I kind of want to make a new one is because I want handles that are properly sized for me. Like the horn is not comfortably placed. Like these should be right around my hand. This should be stopping somewhere right about here. Like you shouldn't be able to put all 4 fingers in the handle. That is And this is, I mean, they're good saws. They're Distons. They're just late model Distons when they started to not care as much. You know, the more mass-produced Distons. Wait, you still need to do that. Let's see if we can.
And people other than tradesmen bought them.
Yeah. Yeah, because it is a very generic sized handle. Like, I would at least trace it and modify it so that it's got all of the horn work and everything. And it's got the proper bolt locations. As far as I'm concerned, though, this thing is turning out pretty nice. One second. That's a little too sharp with an edge. There we go. But this is insanely comfortable the way it feels. All right, time to face the butcher's edge. The last side of butcherology. Let's do this first. Erase the layout pencil lines. And once those are gone, go full ham. But I'm finding more and more when I break these out, I'm getting way better results because I'm breaking them up. Yeah, I've never had my hands on a Lee Nielsen. Someone's got a barbecue going. Make sure it's not me. Okay, it isn't. Let's make sure it's not me. These are supposed to be under the bench.
I have a Nielsen ducktail saw. I'm afraid to use it. LOL.
Don't be. Don't be. I'll put those there. Readily accessible. Yeah, puppy? Do you need to go back outside? Huh? Outside? Yeah, you do. All right, 1 second, guys. I'm going to put you on a quick be right back. I'm going to put Max back in the yard. He's looking to go outside. Not gonna lie, if I had a Lee Nielsen, I would break it out for everything I could. But I'm weird. Come on. Let's see if I can get it to actually accept that I exist, guys. Come on. I have a face. Almost. It really does not want. Come on. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Good enough. All right, but we're back. Okay. Huzzah! Didn't even hit the floor. Just a little bit more on you, basically on this side. We should be. Okay. Okay. It's getting harder, harder and harder to hold this. in a way that is conductive to what I want to do. Conducive to what I want to do, I should say. But 2 seconds here, I've got to clean this little boy up. I think we're getting there, because, you know, here's a good idea. See, this guy's roughed in here. You see all the facets. And this one here is finished to the point of like actually like, let's just put some linseed oil on and go. Linseed and wax. It feels really nice. And I'm not gonna lie, the stretcher bar is gonna be hit with more work. After spending all this time on this one upright, it's gonna get hit with more work. But with that, it's gotta be close to noon for me. And I don't really like streaming past noon on Sundays, so let's see what we got here. Put my hat on. Let's see who we can stream out to. Bringing up the Twitch. Let's see, we got Biking Viking. We got Blapple. What's Blapple doing anyways? Well, Blapple's making bracers, looks like for Ren Fair. Mr. Viking. Also, feel free to drop suggestions on who to raid to. As we are at the raid point, it's 12:10. I think we will just raid Biking Viking here. And let's go say hey to Viking. He's most likely still organizing his shop, but I mean, he's been getting some pretty good progress here. I don't know if I'll stream Wednesday, but do expect me on Sunday. I'll try and keep you guys updated in Discord. Have a good day, guys.